Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Now if you follow my shorts, you've gotten to see a preview for today's trim. We're working on a white line. Now today's video, instead of doing it like I normally do where I talk you through every step of this trim, I'm going to answer one of those questions that I've been getting a ton lately via questions in the comment section and through emails wondering, hey, how do I become a hoof trimmer? How did you gain the knowledge that you have now to be a hoof trimmer? I want to do the same thing. So today we're going to cover that. Now, the idea for me to become a hoof trimmer started when I was in college. I was going to school at Winona State University in Minnesota, and during that time, I worked on a dairy to help put my way through school. And in doing so, one of the jobs that I had on that farm was to help the hoof trimmer when he came to the farm. After a while, working with him, after a couple of years, I kind of decided, you know what, I want to run my own business, and I want to work in the agricultural field somewhere, and this seemed to be the perfect fit. So I asked him if he would train me, and he agreed. So basically, for the next 2.5 to 3 months, I worked 6 days a week learning and trimming with Wayne in Plainview, Minnesota. Wayne Went was the guy that trained me. And like I said, 6 days a week, pretty much every one of those days, we were trimming and learning about hooves. Also, in that time, I was learning how to run a business. I watched Wayne and how he dealt with customers, how he dealt with different problems, different situations that you might run into it on a farm, how to handle cattle the right way, things like that. So I learned all of those things when I was training before I went out on my own. After that 3-month period was up, I started to trim a few of his customers to gain some experience on my own. And then I moved to the northern part of Wisconsin and started my own hoof trimming business there, where I operated for about 1.5 or 2 years. And that's when I met my wife, and we moved to La Crosse, and I built the business there. Now that's one way of doing it. And what I would suggest is probably one of the best ways to get a lot of experience is to train with another professional trimmer, because you're able to see a lot of situations and you're able to come across a lot of different problems that you're going to need to fix in that period of time, that 3-month training time period. Not only that, but you have someone there to help you as you go through these things. And if you have questions, if you're unsure about what to do in a certain circumstance, you've got someone with lots of experience right there to guide you and help you make those decisions. Now, there are other avenues to take as well. You can take some courses, much shorter courses. Aaron Lavoie teaches one of those in the United States. Vic Daniel in Canada teaches one as well. And these are courses that are vary in length from 1 day up to 4 or 5 days, and they're going to give you that basic knowledge and get you some repetition, but not necessarily as much as you're going to need. And you're probably not going to run into a lot of the situations that you're going to end up seeing as a professional trimmer, but they give you great foundation to begin that process. Even from there, you're going to want to probably work with another trimmer after that to get that experience, get that time in the field, and the practice needed to do this on your own as your own business. Now, if you've never been around a cow, that's not the first step to take. You need to really get experience working on a dairy and being able to learn how cows work, learn how to handle cows, learn their mannerisms, and be able to deal with the situations that they're going to present as well. Because it's not just the trimming process with this. We need to be able to handle cows efficiently and safely in a way that doesn't stress them out, that we can get this job done in an efficient manner. So, first step, if you've never done it, get a job on a dairy and just kind of get your feet wet with that. From there, then I would work up and maybe start working with a professional trimmer and getting a little bit more experience as far as the footwork goes. Once you've figured out exactly how to deal with cattle, how to handle them, and learn how they react to humans in their presence. After that, it's really about getting that first job and then working on each individual cow, each individual foot, one at a time without getting overwhelmed, and slowly building up your experience over time. It doesn't all come at once. As you watch me trim, you have to realize that I've trimmed nearly 1 million feet in my lifetime now. That's not an exaggeration. Nearly 1 million hooves trimmed in my life. So watching what I do now, it's obviously not going to be nearly as easy as it appears on the screen. However, with practice and time, you can get there. Let's get this foot wrapped up and get her going. Hopefully, I've given you guys some information that you could use for those that are interested. And from then, we will see you all on the next one.